Hi there, my name is Steve, and this is my DevOps project. I'm just going to go through a little bit about how to install it and how it works. So what does it do? This project uses AWS Cloudformation, and it deploys a very basic React app to a single EC2 instance, and then hooks it all up to API Gateway, Amazon Cognito to get the login, and then just a very basic Lambda function. Okay, so let's get right into it. I have my AWS CLI already configured, so I'm going to go right into the clone. So I'm going to copy this link, head over to here, and I have WSL Ubuntu running, and I'm going to start a new project. So let's clone a repository, and we'll get going right here, and let's open it. Okay, and then we go back to here, and we gotta move into the DevOps project folder and then run this app, which will create a repository on code commit with Amazon. So that's doing. We will just wait for this to happen. Okay, great. That is completed. And if we go to your CloudFormation stacks in the AWS console, you can see create repo has been created. And we can see the events. It's really basic, but I did an output here, and this is the URL that we're going to be uploading into. So let's just copy this and go back to this one. So we're going to add this as a remote GitHub repository. So let's do that right now. Git remote add CC for code commit, and then we got here. It's going to ask. Okay, so it added that there, and then we have to push all the changes that we've cloned from this GitHub project into that code commit repository. So let's just copy all this, do this, and it is going to ask for my credentials. So I'm going to go to the IAM console and just create a new GitHub credentials, copy that, paste that there, and then show here, copy that. I'm going to delete these after, of course, and that should work. So then it is going to copy this local repository that I got from GitHub and put it up into code commit. Okay, that's all done. Awesome. Let's go back to the instructions. And then we basically have to run this bash script, easy peasy, and this will launch all of my, so we got to type a new bucket name. So let's go DevOps Project Steve new. It has to be a unique name, as all S3 buckets are unique. So hopefully that one works. Yep, and then this will go through and set up the whole project. So if we go into, that's going to take a while. So if we go into the launch.sh bash script, this is going to run a few of the commands. So this is first a make bucket. So it asks you what bucket you want to make. This is the default I was using, but you can type it in. Then this is the make bucket, and then we put bucket versioning on, so it doesn't have a whole bunch of files. And then we go CloudFormation package, and we send the API template, which is, we send the API template, the serverless app, to, it generates an app. If we go into the SAM app, so this serverless application model is SAM. We have this API template, and this was quite a little annoying to set up. I had to create the AWS serverless API, and I had to use this Swagger document to actually get the cross-origin resource thing working. So I had to use this. So this packages the API template and the Swagger API into one thing, then uploads it. So that should be working. That is what this does. And then it automatically deploys it to a new stack called serverless apps. So this connects the API gateway to Cognito, so you can log in and have a basic, authorization and credentials. And then it hooks it to up to a Lambda app. Then this line will create a basic EC2, and it'll create a stack, just a single EC2 instance, which then this one will have a pipeline, which will take my React app, package it using code build. So it puts the build out and then automatically loads that into the EC2 instance. And this creates a whole pipeline. So every time you create a update in your code commit repository, it'll automatically run through, it'll detect the changes in the code commit repository, rebuild the app, add a few environment variables like the Cognito authorization and the API gateway URL, and so it automatically just loads that in, and then and then it re-uploads it to the EC2 instance. So we'll just let this go. It's going to take a while. It has to make a bunch of stuff, and the EC2 instance takes a few minutes to load up on its own. But if you want to follow the progress, we can go to CloudFormation, head over to Stacks, and we got the first create repo. That was the one we already did. And then the serverless apps are already created. So let's go through this one. We created a user pool. That's for Cognito. A couple IAM roles. And just a bunch of stuff for the API gateway necessary to be created. And this also should create a Lambda function and the Cognito function. And as you can see right now, the EC2 instance is being created, and then the code pipeline will be created. So let's just pause here and wait for that to be completed. Okay, awesome. It looks like the stacks are finished creating. So if we go into CloudFormation stacks, we can see all 4 stacks are created, and then the pipeline is now created. So it has detected a upload to the code commit, and then now it is currently building the React app. Let's just go check this out. So we got here, it runs a bunch of, it installs Node, because that's what we need to build the React app. Installs a bunch of the stuff. I used an old JavaScript Amazon Cognito file, npm package to get it rolling. And then I had to replace a few variables in the React app. So the React app, I added a few environment variables to figure out my user pool, my client ID, and I had to get the API gateway URL. And this all just builds it together and then outputs it in an artifact, which can be picked up by code deploy right here. So that will just be deploying, and then we go to EC2, check out the EC2 instances, and we have to go here. And then we'll go to this guy. And it's not going to be quite ready yet, but we have to get rid of the S in here because I don't have Route 53 set up, which is how you get the HTTPS. So this is all just HTTP, but would be pretty basic to set up HTTPS with Route 53. So let's just test this out. Looks like it all worked out okay. Looks like it deployed all right. So we got this React app all working up. So let's just hit sign up. Let's just go DevOps. Let's call it that. And then we'll go DevOps at mailinator.com. And then we'll just do a basic password. Sign up. Okay, let's head to mailinator.com. Go DevOps. And then we got this guy. Copy this code. Confirmation code. And then success. So let's try this again. DevOps. Password, and we got a long end. So this is just a really basic Lambda function. I could print this out here, but I was just gonna. You got the JWT token over here. That's from the Amazon Cognito, so it sends it correctly. So let's just look at this. All this does is basically hashes a random string. So random string, we send it out, and then it uses a SHA-256 hash, and then sends back this one. And yeah, so that's how I wanted to, just a very basic Lambda function. Let's go into it right now because, so we have the username DevOps, welcome here, random string. It sends the JWT token to a Lambda app and then sends it back. Okay, that's it for this little project. I hope you enjoy it and I hope you liked it. Okay, have a great day.